Ladies and gentlemen, today I won't just give you a speech. I want to take you on a journey, a story about character. Because sometimes the best way to understand something powerful is not through definitions, but through life itself. So sit back, listen closely, and imagine this. The story of Kojo, the boy with nothing but character. In a small town not far from here, there lived a young boy named Kojo. He didn't come from a wealthy family. In fact, most days life was a struggle. Kojo lived with his mother in a small wooden house. The roof leaked when it rained, and sometimes they had to use bowls to catch the water. His mother worked long hours just to provide food, and even then it was never enough. But Kojo had something special, something many people didn't notice at first. He had character. One day on his way home from school, Kojo found a wallet on the ground. Inside it was money, more money than he had ever seen in his life. Now imagine this moment. At home there was no food. His mother was struggling. This money could solve many problems. No one was watching. No one would know. But Kojo stood there, thinking. He remembered his mother's words. "My son, we may be poor, but we will never be dishonest." So Kojo picked up the wallet and went searching for the owner. After hours of asking around, he found an old man who had lost it. When Kojo returned the wallet, the man was shocked. He said, "Young boy, you could have kept this. Why didn't you?" Kojo simply replied, "Because it doesn't belong to me." That day, Kojo walked home with empty hands, but a full heart. That is character. Years passed and life didn't suddenly become easy for Kojo. In school, other students laughed at him because of his worn-out clothes. Some teachers doubted him. Some people told him he would never succeed. Have you ever been there? When people look at you and see nothing? When they judge you by your situation? Kojo faced that every single day, but instead of becoming bitter, he became better. He studied hard, even when there was no electricity at home. He would sit under a streetlight at night, reading his books while others slept. Why? Because character is not built when life is easy. It is built when life is difficult. Kojo could have made excuses. He could have said, "I'm too poor. I don't have support. Life is unfair." But he didn't. Instead, he said, "I will do what I can with what I have, where I am." That is discipline. While others wasted time, Kojo used his wisely. While others complained, he worked. And slowly, things began to change. Years later, Kojo got a scholarship to attend a university. For the first time in his life, doors began to open. But here's the truth many people don't talk about. Success doesn't build character, it reveals it. At university, Kojo met people who cheated to pass exams. Some bribed lecturers, others cut corners to succeed faster. And again, Kojo faced a choice. Do I follow the easy path, or do I stay true to who I am? He chose integrity. Even when it meant failing a test he could have cheated on, even when it meant being slower than others. Because character is not about what is easy, it is about what is right. After many years, Kojo graduated with excellence. He got a good job. His life changed. But the most powerful part of his story is not his success, it's what he did with it. Kojo returned to his community. He built a small learning center for children who couldn't afford school materials. He mentored young boys and girls, teaching them not just how to succeed, but how to live with character. One day, a young boy asked him, "Sir, how did you become successful?" Kojo smiled and said, "I didn't chase success, I built my character, and success followed me." Now let me ask you something. Who are you when no one is watching? Because that is your character, not your social media, not your appearance, not what people say about you, but what you do in private, what you choose when it's difficult. Character is choosing honesty over quick gain, choosing discipline over comfort, choosing courage over fear, choosing kindness when it's not deserved. And here's the truth. You won't always be rewarded immediately for having character. Sometimes it will cost you, but in the long run it will pay you more than anything else ever could. So today I challenge you, be like Kojo. When life gives you an opportunity to take shortcuts, don't. When life